While anger pits in the stomach, the emotion itself is not inherently bad. Men, women, and children experience anger differently. Whereas children most often feel anger from the perspective of frustration, they can't have what they want when they want it. Adults get angry when they feel out of control. Anger itself isn't a bad or even a dangerous thing, but it always needs consideration. As with any emotion, understanding why it is felt is the first step to reaping its benefits. We all understand the feeling of a rapid heartbeat, sweaty palms and burning stomach as our muscles tighten and we feel anger. The fight or flight system engages as we decide how best to deal with our anger. According to an article in Psychology Today, expressing anger is always the best thing for you. When anger feeds off itself, your release of anger causes you more damage. Be wary of the cycle that wreaks havoc on your nervous system. When we feel that emotion that riles us up, we also feel motivated. At first, knowing how best to act is difficult, but in time the emotion of anger can drive us to create something innovative to solve a problem. While we can all relate to anger as a result of injustice or pain, like when a lover cheats or a boss promotes another worker, we don't always realize that stress and taking on too much can cause angry outbursts. The body and mind sometimes work together to tell us we need to cut back at work or find more time to relax. Motivating ourselves to enjoy life more and stress less is one of the best benefits of anger. Realizing that life is stressful is only the first step. Actually, the realization is more like lacing up the shoes than even taking that first step. The first step comes from the understanding that anger is an emotion that men and women feel differently, and anger does not have to control us. The simple act of laughing at anger can diffuse it. In an argument, one person can defeat the mounting anger with a joke. I wouldn't recommend a stand-up comedy act to diffuse a dangerous hostage situation, but when your coworkers can't agree on a project, trying to diffuse the situation with office antics can help everyone get focused. When you just can't shake the anger and it feeds off itself for too long, you will either find yourself making yourself physically sick or your outburst can land you in jail. An article published by CNN shows a link between angry outbursts and increased risk for heart attack and stroke. Smoking, poor diet and lack of exercise can exacerbate the effects of anger, putting you at an increased risk for cardiovascular events. In an attempt to benefit from anger, you should plan to relax on a regular basis. Along with eating well and exercising, planning time to relax by taking the kids to the park or enjoying a show with a friend can combat anger. We plan as much as we can for work, for our families and for our futures, but when we forget to plan to relax we give rise to anger. Taking in all the problems in the world can bring about a sense of injustice. Yet, if you move from anger, you are missing out on the whole picture. Meet your anger with love and let your heart break open. Then move forward with actions that are wise and skillful. Are you sitting on a hotbed of anger, but keeping it so underground that you can hardly live? Some people are so intent on keeping peace that they minimize the truth of their experience. Are you asleep at the wheel, attached to inner peace and pleasant living? Exploring the seeds of anger can enliven you to all of life. At least 8 black people, 3 white people, 3 gay people, 3 Jewish people, and 1 Latino person become hate crime victims every day. Host a poetry slam to start a discussion about racism. The arising of anger is not necessarily a problem, and is not even under your control. What matters is how you relate to anger once it is present. If you dwell in the energetic sensations and convince yourself that your thoughts are true, anger overtakes you. But there is an alternative: feel the sensations and tell the truth about the story. Then anger is your ally, revealing more and more deeply the essence of you. How does anger impact your life? What is your experience of dealing with it? I'd love to hear.